Alright guys, welcome to the video. Anthony Special here with Hawkeye Traders. Want to talk about the trade I took this morning. Also in the blog post I'm going to include a short video of how this trade here worked out for me so that you can see it for yourself in real time. Alright, so we're looking at the light sweet crude market. This is a 5-minute chart, meaning each candle represents 5 minutes of price action. This is an intraday style trade. First, when I came to the market, I just kind of want to walk through what I saw. So this downtrend here was intact pretty nicely. Okay, I'll kind of illustrate what that looks like so it's a little more clear. This was kind of the direction, if you would, we were headed. All right, so market was pulling back here. Let's see, that was transpiring. And we put in a really nice floor right here, which I thought was pretty meaningful, and I want to tell you why I felt that way. You can see here we had some high selling volume as we came into this level, and then we were unsuccessful in pushing below the low here of this candle. We actually consolidated a little bit and then had really strong buyers stepping in. You can see kind of as we walked to the side here, we didn't really do too much. We never revisited this level. We went on to try to push higher here at the 9 a.m. open. All right, you can see then we saw more ultra high selling volume. The market sold back off. Now we had the inventory report today, and that's why I'm kind of focused here on the candle that printed at 10:30 when the inventory report transpired. This is a really strong red top. Not saying that this is not, okay? But the volume here was super high. And you could see there was no chance that the buyers were going to be able to overtake this. And that's when I got short. Because I felt pretty confident that, hey, you know what? We're going to try to push the low and even try to push below it. Now, I had some higher time frame support down here at 82.42 to be exact. Now, we didn't quite get there. We got there to 82.46. So I did miss my mark by 4 ticks, but I took profit as this entire move continued here to the downside. And like I said, I'm going to include a video inside this blog post so that you could see for yourself where I got short and where I was taking profit. That video clip is the last bit of my profit taking, but just want you to see how profitable a move like this can offer a trader when it happens very quickly. You could see when you catch a rapid sell-off, you know, the amount of money that can be had very quickly is unbelievable. It's really just astonishing how quick a large amount of money can be acquired. You could see then, you know, from this point on, we've done what? We've been making higher lows. So the trend here did heavily reverse, okay? Right, you can say, hey, listen, kind of walking the line here, right? Kind of walking our way back higher. We stumbled a little bit on the way up, came back, and then continued to make a push. Now, right now, we're at session highs, right? We're making session highs. So it is what it is, right? But I was able to identify here that because we were in a downtrend, I didn't want to get short based on the way the volume printed specifically at 6:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This led me to believe that the sellers lost control, especially when the buyers stepped in here. And then again, we were anticipating the inventory report, and the inventory report came out extraordinarily bullish, but it must have triggered a bunch of selling. And when I saw this start to tumble, I felt very comfortable getting into it because I was looking for a push below the lows. Now, I didn't know if it was going to stay below the lows. It didn't really matter to me. I was just looking for an aggressive push to test my higher time frame support. Like I said, that was at 82.42. It did miss it by 4 ticks, but listen, it was pretty close. So I felt like this just really served me very well. And then the market went on to rotate. I stopped trading after I took this trade. Tomorrow is 4th of July. I didn't feel like it was really necessary to continue to work with the market. I was just done, right? Like I actually didn't plan on trading at all today. I was sitting at my desk doing some work, and I realized, oh man, this really, you know, when I saw this ultra high selling volume print after that inventory report, and the inventory report was very bullish, I knew that there was going to be some really aggressive selling here, and it was very obvious. The volume here solidified that even though the inventory report suggested bullish, and the market did turn bullish, there was just a super sharp sell-off, and it was very, very quick. Quite a bit of money made really, really fast. So wanted to share this with you guys, show you how the volume here, Hawkeye volume here, very simply led me to believe not to try to continue in this downtrend here, because I saw that high selling followed by high buying volume. I knew there was a good chance of rotation, and then that ultra high selling volume here at this red top really made it very defined. Now you may ask, how come I didn't act on the 9 o'clock candle? Well, listen, it's not that some of this couldn't have been taken, all right? And, I did take, when I say act upon it, I was looking for a push of the lows, right? I did place an order here. It did get stopped out. I took a little bit of profit, but this was just the killer move, all right? Like, perhaps the market just wasn't done pushing higher, retesting kind of this level up here. And maybe I was a little early to the market. And sometimes that happens, guys. Like, sometimes you just, you're early to the market. You see a red top, you go, wow, like this could be a killer opportunity. And it just didn't manifest all the way, right? Like, so for me, my number one objective when I place a trade is get my stop to break even, right? And I did that here, and I ultimately got stopped out after taking a little bit of profit. But I was looking for a push of the lows. And you know what? The market was just anticipating this inventory report. So after this, didn't pan out for me, I just kind of stepped aside. And then when I saw this, super high selling volume at the overnight high here, I mean, it was just, I felt the market was going to push the lows. Again, that doesn't mean it was going to stay below the lows. I just felt it was going to push the lows and test that higher time frame support, 82.42. 4 ticks short of the expectation. Listen, you can only be so close so often, right? But it is what it is, and I just want to share this with you guys. And then we got really strong rotation here, right? Like that bullish inventory report, really just took the market back higher after this aggressive sell-off. And for those of you who trade the news, sometimes you do get an inverse reaction, right? We got an inverse reaction here, and that's okay. But the market ultimately went on to push the lows, which I was anticipating all morning, and then, started to rally for the balance of the day. So just want to share this with you guys. What I'd like you to do next is go below this video. I'm going to put a link for a training webinar. Click on that. I'd like you to dive into better understanding the relationship between volume and price action. Why? Because it can lead you to believe, areas in the market here like this, knowing that there was strong selling, no follow through, followed by strong buying, that we probably placed a short-term low. What benefit does that serve you? It serves you the ability to say, hey, this is not the time to try to get short. I need to be looking now for a reversal. And at these red tops, the same thing. Hey, listen, there's a high bias of selling into these recent highs. I need to now be looking to get short here in order to capitalize on the potential move driven by the party who's in control. If you're not trading with the party who's in control, and when I say party, I mean either the buyers or the sellers, you're probably not having the best experience, right? And my goal, and Hawkeye's goal, is to help you have a better experience through the knowledge of understanding volume and price action. So again, head below this video. I'm going to leave a link for a training webinar. Please click on it, consume the content, reach out to us with any questions you have. Let's get the indicators up on your screen. Let's get you access to the Hawkeye Volume Mastery Series so that you can start putting this relationship together between volume and price action. Guys, it's groundbreaking, all right? And it is, at the end of the day, the only thing that you will need, right, to start having an onset to reading the market like an expert trader does. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Thanks so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you succeed as a trader.